Tanzania heightens security as anticipated Independence Day protests fail to materialize. Security was tightened across Tanzania on Tuesday as police and military units patrolled major cities ahead of anticipated anti-government demonstrations planned to coincide with the country's Independence Day. Despite the heavy security presence and widespread public anxiety, no major protests had taken place by sunset. Residents in Dar es Salaam, Arusha, Mbeya, Mwanza, and several other urban centers reported an unusually subdued start to the day. Many people opted to remain indoors amid uncertainty over whether demonstrations would erupt. The calls for nationwide protests followed demands for political reforms, particularly after October's post-election unrest that left an undetermined number of people dead. Authorities have acknowledged the use of force during earlier clashes with protesters, arguing that certain groups had attempted to destabilize or overthrow the government. Empty streets and heightened tension. BBC reporters in Dar es Salaam observed nearly deserted streets, a stark contrast to the city's typical weekday hustle. While calm, the atmosphere remained tense throughout the day. Security vehicles were seen patrolling major roads and intersections, and officers were stationed at strategic points, especially near key public facilities. Public transport services were suspended entirely, according to AFP, further contributing to the unusual quiet. Motorists who ventured out reported strict checks at roadblocks, with officers questioning drivers about their destinations. Police assure calm, warn against misinformation. Police spokesperson David Massaim urged the public to remain calm, stating that the situation was stable across the country. He also warned citizens against sharing or believing old videos and photos circulating online that falsely suggested protests were underway. On social media, activists and campaigners maintained pressure, urging supporters to remain vigilant and hinting that any demonstrations could start later in the afternoon. Previous protest actions in Tanzania have often seen increased turnout as the day progresses. "We will move out, it is our right to protest. Police are everywhere, even on my street, but we have plans," a resident of Arusha told the BBC earlier in the day. However, not all citizens supported the calls for demonstrations. A woman in Mwanza voiced concerns about safety, saying she feared for her children and was already dealing with her husband's hospitalization. "We need peace. Protesters should call off their plans," she said. Government stance and regional reactions. Tanzanian authorities have banned the planned protests and canceled Independence Day celebrations, advising citizens to stay indoors. The government has not issued detailed statements on the heightened security measures or on the protest calls. Meanwhile, in neighboring Kenya, several activists were arrested in Nairobi during a solidarity protest outside the Tanzanian High Commission, highlighting regional concern over Tanzania's political tensions. Please subscribe for more political updates.